Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at Avax or Avalanche against USDT. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Now, Avax has appreciated very nicely. I did give you some nice buying targets a couple of months ago, a couple of weeks ago, and that has appreciated tremendously. So we are on the weekly chart. I do want to say that we're breaking the 20 EMA as resistance, and this is very good. I think we're going to get rejected off of it and just come back down just a little bit, or we can just continue going up. Anything can happen. I'm just here to give you the probability. And yeah, we can see that we have peaked out over here at $60. That was February. And we have, as you can see, we're just moving in waves. Crypto is just waves. Come up here, come down here, and perhaps the next wave is going to be even higher. And we do have a target. I do apologize. We do have a target for AVAX by the end of the bull market, and that is sitting somewhere at $111 pretty much. So keep that in mind. Obviously, the 20 weekly EMA was a key, major key level of resistance, and we're breaking it right now. On the RSI, as you can see, we have been in this sort of downtrend, and we have been pressed down here on the weekly, and we're breaking out of that trend line. So keep that in mind, and do take a look at the RSI. Once you start getting into the overbought over here, once you start coming up to these index levels, that is where you want to start selling and taking profits. And I will let you know when that is going to happen, but obviously you decide what to do with your money. The moving average on the weekly MACD has started to curl up, and potentially we're going for that bullish cross, and this will be the confirmation of that uptrend that we're looking for. Obviously right now we are in an uptrend on all time frames, because when you're above the 20 EMA, you are in an uptrend. Taking a look at the Stochastic Rsi, as you can see, we're pretty much still in the floor. This is considered the floor, and start coming back up. Once you start getting to these upper levels here, that is when you start taking profit. So you can potentially, what you can do is you can just take a look at all these indicators, and they will help you decide when to take profits. And you should have a plan, and you should stick to that plan. Don't change your plan in the middle, and basically don't change up your plans. Set up a plan and stick to it. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's jump into the daily chart. So the daily chart is looking quite nice as well. So potentially what we're forming over here is a nice cup and handle pattern. So as you can see, this would be the cup. A lot of drawings over here, guys. I do apologize. A lot of stuff to cover in here. We do have an inverse head and shoulders target that was met. So let me just show you where that head and shoulders pattern was. So this is the head and shoulders pattern that I was talking about. And as you can see, we do have our neckline. Off of that neckline, we did have a target of $17.12. And I did give you that target, and it played out perfectly, guys. So if you bought in over here at this price of $9.38 all the way to that target over there, that is an 82% trade, guys. That is incredible. That is an 82% trade. So that head and shoulders pattern played out perfectly. We can remove that. On the fib retracement, you can see that we nearly got to the second fib level over here. That was $18.73. We actually peaked out somewhere at $18.40, which is okay. And as you can see, this move was very good. We started here at $9, went all the way up to $14, had a little pullback to the 618, which is the most important fib level out of all, the golden ratio. You came back to it, you bounced off the 0618, and you started another impulsive wave to the upside, and that impulsive wave almost took you to the second fib level. And now you're holding the 1618 on the fib as support. Failing to hold it as support, you do look for the 200 EMA at $16.25 currently. That would be a nice buy order. Failing that, the 20 EMA, 20 EMA will be your best friend in this bull market, guys. If you keep buying the 20 EMA and just, wait for these drop offs to the 20 EMA, that is golden, basically. You want to keep that in mind. So I'm gonna give you some nice fib levels over here that you potentially need to keep an eye on. So $15, 90, actually, yeah, that is pretty much around $16 is the 14114 on the fib. You want to keep that in mind because potentially Bitcoin starts coming back down just a little bit, because there is a possibility for that. And there is a possibility that we enter a bear market from here. There is a possibility that we may have a dead cat bounce. Anything is possible. I'm just giving you the possibilities, but I don't think we are going to enter a bear market unless we break key levels of support. Okay, so we haven't done that on Bitcoin. And there's an Elliott wave theory on Bitcoin, and we're adhering to it pretty nicely. And we're starting that final wave 5, and hopefully getting to at least $120,000. That is our target on this channel. So yeah, look for the 1414 on the fib. That would be a nice level. Failing that, the 20 MA. We don't need this fib anymore. I'm gonna start a new fib right from this level over here. And let's take a look at some indicators over here. So on the RSI, yep, we are a bit overbought over here, as you can see. So potentially what can end up happening is we start coming back down, and as you can see, we do have some sort of support line over here on the daily chart. Yeah, something like that. And yeah, actually, this was our support line. We're breaking it, and we're coming back down. And potentially you can start coming back down on the RSI, and that is when you see the retests of the levels that I just gave you. We just stagger a little bit, and we start another impulsive wave to the upside. So yeah, keep that in mind. Actually, there is also this level over here that I can see on the RSI. As you can see, it was tested as resistance. We broke it as resistance, retested it as support, start coming back up. So potentially draw this out on your RSI, draw this trend line on the RSI. Potentially, if we come back and bounce off the RSI, this will be a nice level to buy some Avax coins. So keep that in mind. I do say keep that in mind a lot, don't I? So yeah, the inverse head and shoulders target played out nicely. We are keeping it as we're holding it as support at the minute. Like I said, if we lose it, look for the 200 EMA on the daily chart. Let's jump into the 4-hourly chart, and on the 4-hourly chart, I do want to show you a bearish divergence, because yeah, it does seem like we might have a little pullback on AVAX, getting a little bit overextended. We don't want to do that. We don't want to, as you can see, this is what you want to do. This is what you want to do on the daily chart as well. You want to hold the 20 EMA as support. You don't want to get too far away from it, because when that happens, you tend to come back to it. But if you get too far away from it, you tend to come back to it and lose it as support and come back to the 55 EMA, the red line that I have over here for you. So keep that in mind. And we do have this trending channel over here. We do have this ascending channel, and we're adhering to it nicely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bounces off the resistance line, and over here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bounces off the support line. So this is a strong channel, strong ascending channel. We did have a channel over here before. Previously, we don't need that channel anymore. But as you can see, you can, if you start losing this support line, look for the $17.12. Look for the 55 EMA on the 4-hourly chart, because you might get a bounce off of that. That is $16.46. But keep in mind, the EMAs are constantly moving, so you can expect a little pullback. That's all I'm saying. If we don't get it, great. If you took profit over here at $17, that is an 82% gains, guys. That is incredible. But let's get back to the bearish divergence on the RSI. So as you can see on the RSI, we have constantly been making lower highs, and on the price action, we're making higher highs. As you can see, the resistance trend line shows that perfectly. And that is called a bearish divergence. The RSI is showing lower highs, the price action is showing higher highs. What this means, this means is that the buying pressure is cooling off. The bears are slowly going to start taking over soon, and we might see a little pullback. This is a strong indicator of a pullback. Bitcoin had the same thing on the 4-hourly chart, and it kind of played out nicely. I do have a lot of trend lines over here on the 4-hourly chart, so we're going to remove that trend line. We don't need it anymore, but we do have this strong trend line over here, as you can see. And yeah, we just bounced off of it. So keep that in mind. And as you can see, yeah, we're making lower lows, lower highs. So I don't know what to tell you. We might be coming back down, so expect a little pullback on Avax. Obviously, we can just continue with this uptrend if Bitcoin recovers pretty quickly. We're at the 10-minute mark of the video. I'm gonna start wrapping up. The MACD is showing us a bearish cross. The MACD is a lagging indicator, so it always confirms the movement of the trend. So the price action does something first, then the MACD follows. And as you can see, the MACD has a bearish cross, and that is an indicator of a trend reversal, and we might actually break this trend. You know, we have a structure over here of higher highs and higher lows. As you can see, continuous higher highs, continuous higher lows on this trend. And if we make a lower low, that is going to break the trend. For example, if we break out of this support line and come back to here, effectively we're still going to have a lower, a higher low. But if we come back and test this as resistance and come back, that is going to create a lower high. So that will break our structural support and our trend basically. But like I said, you don't want to get too overextended. As you can see, you're far away from the 20 EMA on the daily chart. That is a strong indicator of a pullback. If we hold the 200 EMA, at least I expect us to hold the 200 EMA as support so that the 20 EMA can catch up and we can catch up with the price action with the EMA. And, that would pretty much be golden. But if we use a fib retracement off of this level over here and all the way to this high, there we go. So as you can see, the support of $16 is where the 618 on the fib is. As you can see, the fib being the golden ratio, and potentially, yeah, you're going to see a move towards the downside, and that is where the 200 EMA is. That is where the 618 is. That is where the $16.1414 is on the larger fib that I just removed. We're not going to need it. We have started a little new uptrend over here, so we're just going to start changing up the fibs. And from this move, we potentially can see a $24 Avax relatively soon, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. Avax is doing really good. Avax is a strong asset. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Expect little pullbacks. Have the 20 EMAs, the 55 EMAs, and the 200 EMAs on your charts. Let's actually bring out the 100 EMA and see where that is. That is exactly where the 200 EMA is, okay? And the 30 EMA, yeah, 30 EMA is going to bullish cross with the 55. Yeah, bullish crosses across the board, guys. This is looking very bullish for Avax. Hopefully Bitcoin can continue the bull run. That is it for me, guys. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.